Welcome to the While We Walk podcast, where I discuss my thoughts for the day. Today is Thursday, May 9th, 2024. It's 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and yeah, I'm outside right now. So I thought it was going to rain today, but apparently it's going to rain later on in the evening. So I just wanted to go for a quick walk, for a 2-hour walk. Right now it's a bit cloudy, but the weather is relatively warm. So I'm wearing my short sleeve as long as my shorts right now as I'm taking this 2-hour walk. So in terms of my weight, I'm stuck at 183.5, which is pretty much the weight I was yesterday. So it looks like we're stalling at this calorie weight. What I'm going to start implementing this Saturday is I'm going to do a protein sparing modified fast where I eat pretty much just chicken and broccoli and nothing else. I'm just going to do that for one day out of the week and just go back to under 2,000 calories just to test it out to see how it readjusts. On Monday, I'm going to meet up with my father, so I'm going to have one of my meals where I'm going to eat with my father, so I have to keep that in mind as well. Also, in terms of my working out, what I plan on doing now with my workouts is pretty much the same routine, but I'm basically just adding in more mobility work because apparently my thoracic spine is not as flexible as I want it to be after looking at the recording of my back bridge. So basically I'm going to add a back bridge to my routine every day, and I'm going to do something called a cobra hang, where I basically hang onto rings and it basically stretches out my lats, my chest, my shoulders, everything in the front. That's going to help me with obtaining a more flexible, pretty much a more flexible back bridge. Basically, I want to get it really flexible, and I'm going to do it every day. Also, I did get my bench yesterday along with my 2 dumbbells. The barbell should be either arriving today or tomorrow. And so I already got the dumbbells. I already set up the bench. And with the bench, what I intend on doing is doing a laying down front. Basically, it's going to be a front shoulder raise for my anterior delts because it's going to help with my planche. So I'm gonna progressively overload with those shoulders with that exercise. I'm also gonna do dragonflies on that whatchamacallit. I'm gonna do it on the bench as well. Basically, it's gonna help me with my have like stronger abs essentially. So I'm gonna work on the dragonflies as well. So yeah, I'm going to work on the dragonflies, I'm going to work on the shoulders, and basically today's my last day of an actual workout. So Friday and Saturday, it's going to be pretty much all mobility work. And yeah, that's the plan of action. I just doing a lot of mobility work because I'm basically also doing some other exercises because I'm working for the 1-arm pull-up too. I'm doing a lot of prehab work. So basically, I'm also exercising as if I'm coming off after an injury, even though I'm not injured at all. And people just go to the workout and then they do the prehab once they have the injury to just get back to where they are. But what I'm trying to do is do the prehab work before, so that I could do every means necessary to prevent myself from getting to the point of injury. So yeah, I'm just basically doing a lot of that type of work now. Basically looking at a lot of mobility work stuff, because right now my prime concern is if I do get into an injury. So I want to do every means possible I'm going to pretty much up the mobility exercise work to like 30 minutes to an hour, hopefully over an hour, because I've been doing it for only 20 minutes, but I'm going to up it up to like an hour before I do my workout sets, potentially. I mean, we'll see. But my rest days aren't really rest days. It's basically going to be mobility work, at least an hour. I'm going to try to figure out different ways and find out different things to do during my rest days. But yeah, that is the plan of action. Other than that, there's really nothing much else in terms of like what I need to change at this point in time. Everything's going smoothly. Even though I'm stalling in weight, my body's looking much more better as each day goes on, because I'm actually doing a lot of physical activity. I upped a physical activity game in addition to my 2-hour walks. So my body composition is coming out real nicely. And I realized after looking at some photos of people similar to my height, if I really want to get the look that I really want to get, I should be under 170. I should be like in the 160s after looking at some people at that body range and the height and the type of body I want. So currently I'm at 183. If I want to get into the sub 10%, I definitely have to go below 170. I'm beginning to come to the realization that that's going to be the case. So I'm going to readjust my goal to 165. It's definitely not happening by the end of May. Definitely not. So I'm trying to find ways to kind of speed up the process, because I know I'm stalled right now. I know it. I'll give it a couple more days till Saturday, but I'm going to definitely add in that protein sparing modified day this Saturday for sure. Yeah, for sure. I need to get one of those days in to kind of flush everything out. So basically on the protein sparing modified fast, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just eat chicken and broccoli essentially. That's it. The broccoli is for the fiber and the chicken is for the protein. And basically what you want to do in this diet is you just basically want to just consume protein and fiber. That's it, with minimal carbs and minimal fats. And basically the carbs are going to just basically be fiber. That's it. And so yeah, that's what it is. That's what that diet is for one day out of the week. I can't see myself doing that for like more than basically once everything is picking up, I'm actually going to consider doing it. So this week I'm going to do once. Next week I'm going to do it twice. The week after that I may do 3 times. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now, because I really want to amp up this weight loss here, this fat loss to be more specific. I really want to just really cut down those fats as much as possible. And yeah, I would ideally like to be below 180 by the time Memorial Day comes. So yeah, I want to be in the below there for sure. If I could get, yeah, it's highly unlikely I'm going to get down to 175. I mean, if I do the protein sparing modified fast, potentially. So I'm actually testing it out to see if it's actually going to work. So yes sir, we are definitely going to give that a try. But yeah, the stall was kind of expected, because like I've been dropping so fast for like a week ago. I was dropping so fast. So this stall almost feels like it's I was due for this stall, which I knew was coming. My sleeping was off like a few days ago, and now my sleeping is coming back to normal. So it looks like it's I'm seeing that my body looks like it's adjusting now after that adjustment. So the diet, because I'm running out of navel oranges and I want to savor every moment I have with navel oranges, I'm just gonna eat. I just ate one today, and after this walk I'm gonna go back to beans essentially. So like my protein intake for today is gonna be like 240 grams, under 2,000 calories, which is pretty wild if you ask me. Because the chicken that I had left, the one last chicken, I did buy the other chicken from BJ's yesterday, but the one I had in the last batch is relatively big. It's huge, and so that's why. And beans have a lot of protein, so yeah, so that's why I'm gonna kind of play around with the beans, see how my digestion works for a few days. So I'm gonna eat the beans for today and tomorrow as I prepare for Saturday for the protein sparing modified fast. That's gonna be a relatively fun one. In terms of the sodium, I'm gonna keep the sodium up. I see some people taking the sodium low, but for now I just want to put the sodium up because I need to have some energy, you know. So I'm gonna just basically use Saturday as one of the days because it's considered my rest day. And just like I said, on Saturday I'm gonna just do mobility work. And yeah, that's the plan of action. But yeah, I've been getting a kick out of mobility videos, kind of analyzing how my body looks. So pretty much the back bridge is something that I'm going to work on every single day now. So that's an additional routine that I'm adding in. That's going to add an additional few minutes to my basically my warm up prehab routine before I work on my sets. And so I'm interested to see where my back bridge progress is going to be even at the end of this month. I want to see how much I've developed. Now that I'm able to touch my face to my knees, I want to even get it even deeper. I need my pike flexibility as deep as possible. So now that I have the bench and I'm potentially getting the barbell today, I'm going to do what's called a Jefferson curl, where I basically make sure everything is straight on my knees, put my feet together, put my chin touching my chest, and just have added weight and drop down and try to go below the bench and try to get it even deeper. So the Jefferson stretch is something where I'm gonna incorporate into my mobility routine as well going forward. I really want to get that deep stretch in my hamstrings and really want to go after that hamstring flexibility so I could get a better pike. And that's what I'm definitely going to be doing. If I had to choose one over the other, I'd choose mobility over strength at this point. But keep in mind, I am still going for the one arm pull-up, the front lever, and the planche. Planche is going to take a long time. Front lever, I think it's close. And one arm pull-up, I'm going to build up the tendon strength to get to the point where I could do a one arm pull-up too. If I'm hopeful that I'll get it at the beginning of January of next year, if God forbid I have no injuries and nothing goes out of the ordinary. If I could get that essentially at the beginning of next year, I'll be a happy man. I'll be extremely happy. And then I'm gonna do what I can to get the second rep so that I could warm up and do those reps pretty much on a daily basis. I want to do that every day. I want to have the ability to do it every day. So yeah, that is a plan of action. I'm going to have that strength that I need. I want to see if I could hold the one arm hang a little bit longer than I have been. Try to get to at least 20 seconds. And then once I hit 20 seconds, I'm going to start doing the one arm scapular shrugs. Basically the activation for the beginning of the one arm pull-up, which is a crucial move. There's impossible, if you don't lock in your scapula when you're doing the one arm pull-up, it's impossible to do. So I'm basically training the beginning steps of a one arm pull-up as we speak. I think I'm strong enough to do it because I was able to relatively easily, just with 54 extra pounds, I was able to lift myself up a couple of times with minimal effort. So I think I'm going to test my 1 rep max actually on most likely on Monday. I'm going to test my 1 rep max. I want to see how much I could do because I got a weighted belt that's coming in today. So I got 64 pounds worth of chains. I got like an additional like more than 80 pounds too. So I could definitely find out if I have more than 50%. And once a week I'm going to test out my 1 rep max. And if basically the prerequisites for a one arm pull up to know whether you have tendon strength is if you could pull half your body weight. So right now at 183, it's basically, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to do 92 pounds, excuse me, 92 pounds. And if I pass that, I'll even do 95. Actually, wait, let me do 64. I'll do 64 plus 3, 94 pounds. Yeah, 94 pounds. Because 16 times 2 is 32, 64, and then 30. So it's 94. Yeah, 30. So 3. Yep. I'm gonna try. I'm actually gonna attempt it. And if I could pull that up, that means I could do. I'm qualified to train for the one arm pull up. I'm intending on basically practicing my one arm max once a week. Yeah, just to know my progress. If I could do like 75%, that'll be ideal. So I think 75% of 180. I'll do the math later, but yeah. But the one arm pull-up seems like it's extremely doable. I'm actually thankful that even if I only did 1 set on a daily basis of pull-ups, I was doing pull-ups every day, even with a body weight of like over 200 every day. So my tendons have definitely pretty much strengthened at that point, because almost every day I was doing that 1 set. And it was for a long period of time. I'd say it's been like 1 or 2 years with body weight over 200. And now my body weight is at 183, 17 pounds less, dude. And it's funny because if you look at the beginning of the oldest recorded video, when I recorded that video on this channel, I was at like 209, and now I'm at 183. So we're pretty much talking about over a quarter, basically over 26 pounds I lost since that time I started this podcast. And yeah, man, that's absolutely spectacular. And I'm aiming for an additional 20 pounds from here too. That's where I'm actually aiming right now, which is actually wild. So we're talking about almost a 45-pound difference from that time. So yeah, man, it's gonna be freaking epic if we could get down that low. And I'm gonna keep on working on strength no matter what. It's actually my objective right now at this point is just strength, not hypertrophy. So I'm gonna try to keep the reps under 5 for most of the moves. Yeah, pretty much under 5. The only workouts I am going to do hypertrophy on are the abs. That's literally the only work area where I'm going to gain hypertrophy. I just want to gain massive hypertrophy on the abs. Nowhere else. Yeah. So if I could do basically more than like 12 reps on, like, let's say the leg raises, I'm going to add some ankle weights until I get to where I could only do up to 8 and then work my way up again. Yeah, that's the way I'm going to do it. I alternate between toes to bars and leg raises. So today, yesterday I did leg raises, so today I'm going to do toes to bar. My toes to bar form isn't really that good because my hamstring flexibility is not there yet, even though my face can touch the toes. I need to use the Jefferson curls to go deeper, where my spine stretches even more. And so I'm also using the back bridges to counteract that kind of stretch too. So that's why I'm working on my Cobra hang, which I'm going to be working on to improve my I think it's called thoracic spine flexibility on the extension end. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be working on every day as well. Thankfully, mobility work is something that you could do every day. You know, the only aspects of training that I have to rest for are strength type of workouts where you're putting in a lot of force, but like stuff like stretching and mobility work is something that you could do every single day. So that's what I intend on doing. So mobility work is something that I'm going to do pretty much every single day. I'm going to do some soft tissue work, a lot of basically prehabbing type of work to to just make sure I don't get injured. And I'm still not going to go to max, even though I could do, let's say I could do like 5 reps, I'm going to still go to 4. I'm not going to really truly fully max out. I'd rather have the ability to do these movements more often. So maxing out, I'm definitely not going to do. Definitely not. I just want to max out for the pull-ups, only because I want to have the green light to do the one-arm pull-up, like the actual full training of the one-arm pull-up. So that's the only reason why I'm doing it. But I'm going to still try to improve my weighted pull-ups. And the only thing weighted I'm going to do, I did try the weighted dips, but I opted not to do that anymore. So I'm just going to stick to weighted dips, just my own body weight. But in terms of like weighted pull-ups, that's the only thing I'm going to do weighted. Everything else I'm going to do, unless the reps in my leg raises goes above 12 in perfect form. That's the only other weighted exercise where I'll put ankle weights on it to improve. But yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for listening, and stay tuned for the next episode of While We Walk.